You two know.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another MPJ interview special, and we are with the amazing Annabelle from Circus 66. Annabelle.
Hi guys.
Annabelle Zaychenko. Is that how you pronounce your name?
Like the football player Shevchenko, but Zaychenko. Or shorten a Chenks. That's what the rest of the band calls me.
Well,
or
hence the name.
Or asshole. What?
We're not going to lower ourselves to call you. Well, let's see how the interview goes. We might be calling you arsehole by the end of it. Who knows? Who knows?
Might stick around.
Now, that you're obviously a very British, but that's not a British name. Were you born and bred in the UK, or not?
No, I moved here when I was about 10, but I was born in Russia, but my heritage is I'm half Russian, half Ukrainian.
Right.
But that's another story.
Well, that's a bit of a tug-and-war situation, but we said we were going to talk about politics, so we're not here to talk about music, but we are here.
Hell yeah.
We are called MPJ, Musical People in Journeys, so it's all about the journey. So, we're about to review your album, actually, so it's out there with the crew, which your brand new album is called Elements, is that right?
Yes, that's correct, yeah.
So,
came out on the 31st of March.
Yes.
No, 28th. 28th. I do apologize. Wow, I can't even get my dates right. This is why I've got a calendar. And that doesn't even help.
To be honest with you, Chenks, that's why most people have a calendar, because none of us can tell the time or the dates to remember.
The problem is it doesn't help. Regardless, I've got about 10 of them. I got reminders, and I managed to miss shit. I never end up being on time. If I'm on time, that means I was preparing the day before.
And that can't happen. I was watching TV when I got a phone call from Trish 5 minutes after the previous interview was supposed to start a couple of weeks ago. She goes, "Are you joining us?" Shit. And we only talked about it that day. So you're in good company. So you formed in, was it 2013, Circus 66?
That is correct, yes.
You've been going 12 years. So if somebody doesn't know your music, let's describe your style of rock. How would you describe your rock to people who may have not heard of you before?
Well, overall, it's very in your face, very groovy. Makes you want to stomp your feet. Makes you want to, pop your head at least, or full on dance and jump around like I do on stage. Each to their own. Depends on your ability. Muscular ability, flexibility. But as long as you're enjoying it, I mean, why not? And then you can sing along as well.
So you must have started the band very young, because if you started that 12 years ago, you don't look very old, if you don't mind me saying so. It's a very complimentary thing, but
it's my skincare routine. Thank you.
Fantastic. Funny enough, mine too, darling. But let's not go there.
Yeah. I'll give you some. We'll talk about the tips later on.
No, absolutely, nigga for men. Anyway, so
I joined in 2016.
Right.
The original band member is Matt. He started the band in 2013 with a couple of his friends in uni as a project. They were a three-piece, 3 boys, yay, the usual suspect, and they really liked it. And we progressed a little bit further down, and around 2015, that's where the drummer was moving away and leaving. So Matt started looking for another drummer, and he thought, you know what, I can't be asked to sing anymore. What is this? I want to play guitar. This is why I succeeded, instead of shouting at the mic. So that's where obviously they were auditioning. They're auditioning guys initially, and then there's me. I turned up like, hey, I can do this. Like, why couldn't I? So I've auditioned, and then literally a week later, they were like, yeah, you're in. That we're gonna change the aesthetic a little bit. It'll be a female fronted band. And yeah, so ever since then, obviously we started writing together. It's been a long journey, but 2 albums later. No one died, thank God. So far, there have been breakdowns. There was blood, sweat, tears, but it was all
not yet
worth
anyway. Not yet, we should say.
But... I don't know. There were close calls, man.
You've been 3 blokes.
The biggest question is who would kill who?
but I don't know.
Chicken. It's never like that. It's we kill each other with kindness.
Sure.
That's what
Anyway, so what made you think to yourself that, hey, I can do that? Was rock and roll in your blood at the time? Who was your influences then that you went and how did you hear about the fact they were looking for a singer? How did that come about?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Well, the influences wise, I always been into rock. I started off singing as in cover bands, but overall, rock music was always in my life. So it's within the grasp. I always listened to it. I got really, really into Pretty Reckless. I love Taylor Momsen. She's the goth queen, and I will bow down to that woman. But obviously I enjoy the classics, like really much AC/DC, Guns N' Roses. Oh my gosh, I actually went to see them. ZZ Top, definitely
Yes.
that kind of stuff. So I'm the cult, love it. So it's all the classic rock stuff, into hard rock stuff, grunge rock, all the subgenre rock. So it was always there. But and I wanted to do it. I've been singing since I was 6 years old. I was, in a choir. I, did a lot of musical studying as well. So, that was when I was little. Then I just decided to, take up an expensive hobby, and it became this. So.
And then, how did you hear? Did you know the group, Circus?
No, actually.
So how did you respond?
No. I moved back from London, so I was working in London at the time, and I just moved back early 2016. And I said to my friend, because I was doing a couple of, like I said, I was doing some cover band singing, and I thought, you know what, I want to do a little bit more. I want to actually get involved in the writing process, do something, create something of my own to be proud of. Put a little, footstep into the world. There's like, I've been here, like a little stamp. Like, if I'm gone tomorrow, my voice is still going to be around. Like, can't get rid of me that easy, bitches. So that was the initial idea. But my friend said, oh, actually, if I know a band in High Wycombe who are actually looking for a singer. However, they are looking for guys, but because of your aesthetic, you should be able to actually, just have a look and, try. Why not? So I did. So I contacted the lead guitarist, Matt, and literally had an audition. And 2 weeks later, a week or two later, he was like, yep, you're in. Let's go. And I was like, yay, let's start. So that was the beginning of something beautiful. And what was it, 9 years later, 2 albums later, still kicking out. So far.
It's kind of interesting. Had you listened to any of their music before you auditioned for them? Then did you kind of know what style they want, or did you? Because it's quite interesting, isn't it? They want me, but did you think you wanted them? Was there chemistry during that audition?
Ooh. What's a good question? Well, to be fair, no, I haven't heard of them. But my friend recommended because one of my friends who is also in a cover band, but he's in a function band, so weddings, that kind of stuff. Like, I hang out in a circle of musicians.
Ooh, yes.
So he said, "Oh, why don't you try have a look?" So when I requested to go for an audition, before I formally requested, I actually had a look. So I was like, right. So there's this ad, and I went, right, let's research them. So I found stuff on the YouTube, early stuff, and SoundCloud. Remember SoundCloud? That's a thing. So SoundCloud, they had I know that was like the stepping stone, wasn't it? So they had a couple of tracks there, and from what I remember, they had an EP out. So there's only a couple of songs that they released, but I got into it quite quickly because and we actually performed still one of the songs. That's the song I auditioned with Texas Princess. I was like, literally still one of my favorite songs to sing, and it's just like it's a southern heavy rock groover. It just lives rent free in my brain. So yeah, I loved it from the start. So that song I learned within a few hours of receiving it when they said, yeah, if you want to audition, try this song. And I was like, yes. So yeah, it was an interesting journey. I turned up at an audition in my Rastafarian hat, my hair a mess, like baggy jeans, like I look
Very
like
grunge.
they're very grunge. I just turned up and they're like, did you just jump out of a Limp Bizkit video? What happened to you, mate? And I was like, it was cold. Listen, it was cold. It's January, for God's sake. And it was so free. It was freezing. I had to travel as well. So I was like, I don't like this. I don't like cold, full stop. So I wrap myself up like a burrito every time I go out. Otherwise, Annabelle gets very cold and gets very cranky. Ask the other three. They're fully aware.
I don't do cold. I don't do cold. Anyway, so how about your parents then? I mean, were they much in terms of influence you with singing and in rock in particular? Because I know rock is very big in particularly industrial metal, kind of in the Far East, from Eastern Europe. So did they play any sort of part in your movement in that direction?
Interestingly, my mum is tone deaf. Like, she can't sing at all, but she loves music. So, and when I was little, that's why she pushed for me to do art, music. Basically, she said, try everything, and whatever you don't succeed in, we drop. And I was like, what if I'm good at all of it? And ended up me being good at all of it. She was like, well, crap, you're just gonna have to carry on, won't you now? And I'm like, so I have no social life. Great, thanks, Mum. But in the end, it actually worked out pretty well because obviously I did enjoy everything I'm doing, so I created and everything. So my mum was a big part of it too. My family in general, they're not very musical. The only person I would say that I found out, actually, funny enough, who is musical is my dad. I never met my dad, but my mum told me about him, and that's where I got the musician side from, because he played piano. He played I think he played about 5 or 6 instruments, and his brother, my uncle, again, never met that side of the family, but my uncle from my dad's side, he's in a rock band in Russia, and I was like,
no way.
What? I think I got stuck with the wrong side of the family here. Like, I'm joking. I do love my mum, but it's funny.
In your DNA. It's in the
DNA.
It's
weird because I've never met that side, and yet here I am, and I'm like, well, you can't kick a beat out of a girl if she's got it. Like, might as well
embrace it and move on. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to get to a vital part of the show now, which is probably going to be the highlight, to be honest with you, and we call it Trish time, okay? Because it's Trish time, where Trish gets to mosey on in and hit you with a few of her own questions. Because if I don't, I'll get a WhatsApp. Yeah, my turn. Crack on then, Trish. Throw away.
Okay.
Or fire away,
so,
I should say.
Fire away. I'm going to ask you some quick fire questions. Favourite food?
Go on. Sushi. You know.
Favourite film?
Oh, wait. Iron Man.
Oh, yes. Favourite word?
Can I use a phrase? And this is my go-to. Oh my God.
Hey, I love that one. Oh my God!
Literally, I drive the band insane because it's everything. Everything goes off, right? So something's happening, or something like Matt says something not dramatic, but something serious, like Annabelle. Like, I need you to listen to me, like, because we get that. This is what we get. Because I got attention span of a goldfish sometimes, and Matt's like, focus, Annabelle, focus. I need you to remember to do this, and this, otherwise it's gonna fall apart. And I'm like, oh my God! He's like, shut up! Don't do this! And I'm like, you love it, really? He started doing it back to me, and I'm like, he's like, I'm only doing it to annoy you. And I'm like, no, you're not. You love it. Secretly, deep down, you love it, and that's what you do it.
A little bit. Now, you've already answered this question without me even asking it, which is quite bizarre that I've actually written this down only today. What's your favourite type of weather?
What? What's my favourite what?
Favourite type of weather?
Oh,
and it's
sun, scorching sun, hot. So I could get a nice tan and look Latina. So I could change ethnicity from time to time. Well, fun. When you got black hair, you can actually pull it off a little bit, you know? Apparently. Who knew?
Okay, now I'm going to go to some seriously kind of questions. What's the
Go on.
best piece of advice you've been given as a musician?
Never be disheartened by things that if they don't work out straight away. Never sell yourself short, because everybody's got a spark that needs to be nourished, and that spark can create something beautiful. And it may not be, let's say, it may not be for the masses, but it could save, it could make somebody's day. There's going to be at least one person that you will be able to touch their soul, touch their heart with your art that you create. So that's why never be disheartened if it's not going your way straight away, and never sell yourself short, because it is that you know, it is you, it's part of you. You put it out there in the world. It's my advice.
Aww. Now, this is one question I always ask every interview. Now, obviously, because we've reviewed your album, we can't give too much away because we're going to be recording that next week. But what is your favourite track on Elements album?
Ooh, but they're all my babies. I love all of them. I mean,
If you had to pick
one. It would have to be Love on the Other Side.
Okay. Mine would be I Am Your Reckoning.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, I love I Am Your Reckoning. I love playing it. I love performing it as well. It goes off without a hitch. Love on the Other Side for me, because I get emotional every time on that track. Like, even when I practiced it, I remember when I was recording it, I actually teared up. I cried.
Because there's story behind.
Yeah, it's the emotional attachment. The music itself is very, because it's got major and minor streaks in it, which actually like tugs at your feelings quite a lot. And obviously with the lyrics and the the rightly put together vocals which match the mood of the music, it does create that kind of melancholy but yet refreshing and resolving happiness at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? So it's sort of like you're conflicted, but you're like, it's sad, but yet I'm happy. It's like happy crying, you know? It's like that.
Something that people can relate to as well.
Yeah, well, very much so. When we were writing the lyrics, Matt started it off quite a lot. I just I've added bits and pieces, which is funny enough. It was like, actually, some of it is to do with you, because you just go mental, don't you? And I'm like, yeah. Let's not talk about it. We write about it. We don't talk about it. We listen and we don't judge. We just create out of it. And but I do. Yeah, it's just that track, for some reason, it tugs at me, and the feeling that hits you right in the feels. And but I love singing it as well. It was one of the tracks that really got me.
I have some good news as well. I have some good news. It's also my favourite track on the album as well.
But I mean, like I said to you, I love all of them. They're all my babies. So I love them all equally. But I have to pick something. That one, for some reason, that one specifically, I could have on repeat all day. I had the whole album on repeat all day, because practicing, because we're gonna be doing like over an hour set. Like, so I'm like, I need to remember what I done, how I sing it, what's going on the tracks. So going over all the
it's
all the songs.
I'm not going to give everything away, because I'm on the fence a little bit. I've listened to the album once or twice. I've still got to listen to it some more. And it seems to me it's an album of two halves, because the first half of the album is full frontal mental screeching, not screeching, but high pitch. It's attack. It seems to be attack, full on rock and roll in your face. And then the second half of the album, it basically it's like I Am Your Reckoning. It ebbs and it flows, and it pulls it back, and there's a lot more. Seems to be a lot more, and with you kind of pouncing and punching through at certain moments as doing the songs and the albums. So, which it seems to reflect your personality a little bit. You seem to be like this full-on kind of mad character with this kind of soft, lovely exterior as well. I'm sorry, but I like making analogies, really. But
no, that's okay. I mean, you crack on.
and it just like, having met you now, it just like it kind of like, it seems to suit your personality in a lot of ways. I've only just met you, or we've been talking for half an hour, whatever it is as well. Would that aptly describe it? Was that done intentionally in terms of the way that you composed that album or brought that to life?
Well, in all honesty, because obviously all four of us have a take in what we write and arrange. Composing, the composition actually goes specifically to Matt, and he spends a lot of time with me, bless him, and I still haven't driven him insane, thank God, because at least one person tries to understand me. Thank God. Like otherwise I'm just sitting here like, talking with my own demons, like, holding meetings with all the ladies, the crazy, the lateness, the ADHD, all of them to sit together and, have a chat with ourselves, like, what's going on with the world inside my own head. This is like a daily basis. Otherwise things ain't getting done. But coming from the musical side of it, when we were writing, we like to create that there's enough within the album to keep people entertained, but at the same time give you the in-depth experience through all the tracks. So because if you look at it this way, if the whole album is and it's all similar tracks and they're all punching in your face, you'll get tired of it. But for us, we wanna be diverse, and we wanna show that there is so much more to Circus than just Yeah. So there's much more depth, diversity, and there's some melancholy sides to it. There's some rocky sides where it's basically I'm like a banshee screeching on the mic, which cuts out because I blew it. True story. Got very sad about that, actually. Sometimes you don't even need a microphone, you just kind of chuck it to the side. So, but yeah, we do. It's good to know that the second album, actually, one of the things I did notice, and I was actually discussing it the other day with the boys, and I've noticed that overall, all four of us have matured musically, as well as myself personally vocally. As a vocalist in this band, I've gone outside of my comfort zone, and the diverse way of the journey that I had to take as a vocalist when we were recording, it accentuated that I was able to go outside of the box that I was usually comfortable in. So that's one of the biggest things for me, because I've started to go above and I started to put I try to go above and beyond all the time, but you get stuck in your own head, and you need at least one person to sort of snap you out of it. And when we're recording, Matt is the one that actually does that for me, because he goes, "Nah, you could do better than that." Because he's like, "Dude, like I've seen you perform. I ain't stupid. Like, what are you trying to sell here?" So it's full raw emotion. Recording when we do for me personally, the vocals, for example, I'm speaking from my own experience. I'm pretty sure the boys obviously have their side of the coin as well, but I'd imagine they went for the similar growth, because the music and the tracks themselves, they speak for themselves in that matter.
Sorry, Trish, I kind of took over your question, Trish's question time there. I jumped in. Have you got any other questions? You've got one more question, because you always ask it. Don't let me steal your thunder here.
I'm sorry, I babble on as well, so I'll take some of that.
Please, that's what we're here. We're here for you to ramble on. So,
I've asked all my questions.
Have you? There's one question you haven't asked, so you always ask, Trish.
What's that?
All right.
I've seriously got amnesia.
So, how did the name of the
okay, I
band
do that
come
all the time
about?
too.
Where
That's
did Circus
because she joined
66?
the band after it was already formed.
Well,
That's why I
that's
didn't
besides the
ask
point.
it.
There's got to be history. It's only a form. It's still got asked the question. I'm
How did you come up with the
intrigued.
name of the band?
Circus 66.
So why Circus 66?
Why Circus 66?
Okay, so the circus part of the name came from the one. So when they first started as a three-piece, they were called something else, like very beginning, like 2013, 2014, we're talking. I think about 2014, 2015, they switched to Circus 66. So the original bassist, Tom, the original drummer, Ben, I remembered. Oh, I remembered.
Well
And
done.
Matt, they had a long name, but it had circus in it. I don't remember what it is. Like for the life of me, I'm pretty sure Matt doesn't remember it. Like it's written down somewhere in the archives of Circus. God knows where it is, but it's there. And part of the name contained word circus, and they all decided like, well, damn, like that's a mouthful every time like they got announced on stage or whatever. So they're like, right, you know what? We're like, that's too much. Let's switch it up. So they switched it up, and they were like, right, what did we go with? And then the bassist, because he was a total stoner, bless him, at the time. He was like, why don't you just call it Circus 69 or something like that? I wasn't there, but I got told this story. I just remember this, right? I remember this because I laughed about it. I was like, because when I joined the band, the bassist was still there, so that I was like, I partially know Tom. So, and meeting him, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Why? Yeah, because his personality kind of matches that joke. So, yeah, why did you call it Circus 69? And Matt was like, so the disappointment, like, really,
oh my God.
Oh my God! I mean, you guys are going to be doing that. Like, you're like, yes!
Oh my God!
I'm spreading the joy. It makes me happy every time I do it. I'm not going to
I'm going to mention it in the when we do our album review. But there we go.
I love it. But the 66 actually was the play on the southern
Route 66.
the southern rock style. Yeah, the southern rock style that they have actually implemented in.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was like, oh my, Route 66, and I was like, oh shit, that actually makes sense because it's because one of the first songs I auditioned with, Texas Princess, funny enough, has that very like heavy southern rock vibe, and I'm like, matches, like, do you know what I mean? And we're trying to implement more of that back in. So we already started working on new tracks. So we want to just release the bloody album, and Matt's like, wait, I got more riffs for you, and I'm like, all right, let me get my lyric hat on, and like, let's get going. So yeah, so there will be more. Don't worry, we're not stopping just there.
No, absolutely fantastic.
Because the album's out.
And so, what's the hope and aspirations? How far do you think you can go as a band?
I want to go download. I don't care. If I have to hijack that stage, I bloody will. Like I will go. I will make a scene. But no, we in all honesty, we want to do festivals around the UK, the grassroots. That we've done quite a few as well in the first place. But the aspiration is just to push the music as far as it can reach, in all honesty, because we believe in what we've written, we believe in what we produced, and we're very proud. The second album speaks tons. It shows overall growth. It shows overall us establishing ourselves as a unit, because the first album is when we released it in 2021. We had COVID, and the other two, so the bassist, Mustard, or Luke, we don't call him by his government name. His name's Mustard. Like, if anyone ever says Luke, I'm like, who are you on about? And Mustard goes, it's me. And I'm like, no, it's not. Just legally change your name to Mustard and keep it that way. All right, mate? That's how we roll. It's a long-time nickname now. And Leigh, the drummer, so both of them, they joined about 2019, so we were still establishing ourselves as a full unit, because they just joined in, so they're and Matt and I have been already writing, so it was still molding together. Whereas the second album, we all started from scratch. and it was all of our, like, it was full input, full on, hands on deck. All four of us. The guys were composing. I was part of the arrangement. I would do the vocals, and it was all of us. It was composed. It was all togetherness. It was togetherness. Oh my god! One of them is going to text me later. Go, why are you being so soppy, Annabelle? And I'm like, because I can.
Why not? Why not?
Perks of being a girl. I'm allowed to do that once in a while. Jesus, I can't be a total bitch all the time. Jeez.
You are so not. You're definitely not one of those. I can tell. You're a bit mad and a bit manic. I just pretend sometimes for fun days. Okay, so what current bands do you listen to, up and coming bands, other than White Raven Down, of course, which we absolutely love and adore? What other bands are you currently going, or you like to listen to?
I got a couple actually. So I love Soul Revival. They're really good. So we actually played with them a few times. Molly Karloff. I absolutely adore I adore the guys. They're so brilliant. Simon's a freaking G. Honestly, we have such good laugh. Who else? Oh, Outlaw Orchestra. I loved Dave and oh my god, P, all those guys. They're brilliant, honestly. And I love the music. I actually sometimes, if we perform together with Outlaw Orchestra, there's a song I jump in and sing with them. Funny enough, it's called "I Sent Some Whiskey Home." It's my favorite song of theirs, and I was obsessed with it to the point where I learned it off by heart without actually realizing I learned it off by heart. And when we were performing a gig in 2021, I think it was Smoke on the Water Festival, Rock Festival. It was in Lake District, and we went up in Lake District. It's like freaking north, right? And it's in the middle of June, and it was camping and stuff. And I'm like, screw it, might as well. So we went up there, and they were headlining, and I started speaking to them, and they were like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Are you gonna play Send Some Whiskey Home?" They're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "I love that song. I can't wait to hear it live." And they were like, "Oh well," and there's a girl part in it, and they were like, "Do you want to come and sing it with us?" I'm like,
my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Yes. Oh my god! It's the sky blue. Hell yeah, I'm there. And then initially I jumped up on the stage. And ever since, if they got it in there, they even changed the set. I think there's once or twice we played with them. They changed the bloody set, and I'm like, yes, that's it. Of course I will. I'll run up on the stage like a happy little chappy.
So are you full time as a band, or full time, or do you have to work a normal job in order to pay the bills? What's the situation?
Yeah, well, it's a very, very expensive hobby, but we love it. Like, otherwise we wouldn't be there. If we didn't love it, why are we doing this? It's like torture. Like, why? Like, why? If you don't like it, don't do it. It's hard. It's hard work, but it's worth it because obviously you know what you're doing. During the day, so I actually I'm a training conveyancer. So I work in legal sector.
Wow.
In conveyancing. No, I shock people. They're like, "You really? You?" And I'm like, yeah. I'm smarter than I actually look. All right. Like, just because I don't talk about it very much, but I do. Yeah, I do like my job. The boys. So Leigh is a secret agent of some sort. He doesn't. He works for the government. He works in the military somewhere. Like,
he probably works in a bloody top
secret bases. Like, he's like a little spy somewhere.
Awesome.
I don't know. Like, I can't give too much away. I got told if I say too much, I'll get silenced.
That's all we need to know.
Have you met me? Have you met how loud I am? Like, silence me. Like, you got a better rate of like shooting the president of the United States than shut me up anytime soon. But hey, yeah, you're welcome to try.
Well, unfortunately, we are going to have to shut you up because we're coming to the end of the interview.
It's all right.
So there we go. Oh my god!
Oh
my god! Okay, so Annabelle.
One more question.
Go on then.
Are you going to be touring?
That's a good point.
So yes, we're currently. So we've got a couple of dates that we're going to confirm. We are looking to. So there's going to be. We have announced some of the shows that we're doing. I think we are doing Leo's Red Lion later in the year. We are doing a a special in Uxbridge. No, not Uxbridge. Sorry, Guildford. That's it. So we're doing a album release in Guildford.
Guildford, where?
At the Star.
Star in Guildford.
Yeah, the Star in Guildford. That's it. So we're
we're
organising. So there's going to be a couple of bands.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go. And that's on the 14th of June, if I'm not wrong. That's a Saturday, the 14th. So we'll be doing there'll be album launch party. Apparently there is cake. Like, I'm like, great.
I'm in.
I'm like, it's. I'm like, get me birthday cake shot. I'll do that. I'll have cake. I'm joking. I'm actually pretty happy with cake. But so yeah, we're doing those. But we will be. We are sorting out. There's a couple of more dates. Well, quite a few more dates. So we're trying to line it up for this year and next year, where we're gonna try and make sure that we go all the way across the UK, because obviously we run quite a lot up north, and we've got a lot of fans up north. We've got quite a few. We've got quite a fan base down south as well. So London is not as good. It's just because it's not the same thing. Like, I'm not, in all honesty, and it's not to take a dig at the capital. It's just not the same as it was. I prefer to go. I prefer to go to, like, let's say, Waterloo Music Bar. Like, that's like home away from home. I'd live there if I could. Like, it's just like, like part of Lemmy. It was like memorabilia. Yeah. Like, I just want to be there. That's it. I live here now. Poor Ian, he's like, it's you again. And I'm like, yeah, you love it, really. But yeah, the up north, there's a bit more attraction to it for some reason. But then again, I think it just changes with time, I guess. But yeah, we will be going across the UK, and we'll be hitting all the spots. So further announcements will be done, and it'll be on our website and on our socials as well. So watch that thing.
I'm going to ask you one little favour. I want you to do your Oh My God, and I want you to do your Oh My God followed by, hey, people, like and subscribe my channel. Right, are you ready? Count of three.
Wait. Say that again.
Oh my God! Please like and subscribe, MPJ.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, go!
Oh my God! Like and subscribe our channel.
Yay! Rack on.
I can't believe that's actually going to be used. The fact, I swear to God, there's not a day that goes by that I don't say that, like, just randomly. I didn't even say to myself, oh my God, what's cooking? And my mom's like, are you good? I'm like, sometimes I gotta question myself. But then I stopped doing that a while ago. Otherwise, it's just going to be blind or crazy leading the crazy. So let's not go there.
Annabelle from Circus 66, it has been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. You have made me smile for the last 40 minutes.
Thank you.
It's been absolutely brilliant. Thank you ever so much. We wish you the best.
Thank you for having me.
I know that me and Trish loves the album. I really like it. God knows what the other four. I can never tell what they're going to say or do. I hope we come back with a positive review. I definitely want to, if I'm around on the 14th, I'd love to come to Guildford. It's 20 minutes away from us.
Oh, so absolutely. Like I said, there'll be cake.
There'll be cake. Be there for cake. We wish you every success with the album and every success with your tour. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank
you for having me, you guys. You've been brilliant to speak to, honestly. Pleasure. And I love the questions as well.
Hey, it's what we do. It's, oh my God!
Oh my God!
Bye, everybody. Goodbye, good night. Keep on rocking.
Bye, guys.